All right, let's talk about something that, let's be honest, most of us probably never think twice about: the Ethernet cable. Today, we're going to dig into the argument for a really high-end cable, the Viborg LAN8, and try to figure out if swapping out this one simple cord can actually make a real difference in your digital life. So let's just start with a question that probably hits pretty close to home for a lot of us. You've shelled out for a great 4K TV, maybe an incredible sound system, a killer gaming setup. But are you actually getting the experience you paid for? Is your network holding you back? That's really the core problem we're talking about here. And you know exactly what the symptoms look like. We've all been there, right? You're watching a movie and it just freezes, right at the best part. Or you're gaming online and that tiny split second of lag gets you completely wrecked. Maybe it's even more subtle stuff like weird pixelation or audio that just sounds off. And the most frustrating part? This can happen even if you're paying for a super fast internet plan. So what's the argument here? Well, the idea is that the real culprit is often this hidden bottleneck. It's not necessarily your internet provider, and it's not always your router. It's that humble little Ethernet cable. The thinking is that most traditional cables just weren't built for the insane amount of data and the signal purity that today's high-end entertainment demands. They can be the one weak link in an otherwise strong chain. And this is where the proposed solution comes into the picture: the Viborg Audio LAN8. The case being made is that this isn't just another cable you grab out of a bin. It's a piece of gear, an engineered component designed specifically to smash through those bottlenecks. So here's the breakdown, the real contrast they're trying to draw. On one side, you've got your standard cables, which, over their length, can actually lose some of the signal and are vulnerable to interference. And on the other side, you have the LAN8, which is all about guaranteeing that signal purity and getting rid of those choke points. The whole idea here is to shift your thinking from a simple wire to a crucial component for your system's performance. Okay, so how does it actually do all this stuff? Well, the first big deal is the material itself. Instead of the standard copper you find in almost every other cable, this one uses pure silver conductors. Now, why silver? It all boils down to this one concept: superior electrical conductivity. Put simply, silver is just better at letting electricity, which is your data, your movie, your music, flow through it. It has way less resistance than copper, meaning the signal gets from point A to point B with less degradation along the way. And what does that actually get you? Well, this is where the rubber meets the road. For audiophiles, less signal loss means purer, more detailed sound. For your TV, it means sharper images, more accurate colors. The whole idea is to get rid of those weird digital artifacts, even when you're pushing demanding 4K or even 8K video. The science of the metal is tied directly to the quality you see and hear. But it's not just about the fancy material. It's also about the technical standard it's built to. The Viborg LAN8 is a Cat8 cable, and believe me, that represents a massive, massive leap in what a cable can handle. First, let's just talk about raw speed. We're talking 40 gigabytes per second. Now, to put that into perspective, the common Cat5e cable that might have come with your router maxes out at 1 gigabyte. Even a pretty good Cat6 cable tops out at 10. So we're talking about a pipeline that's anywhere from 4 to 40 times bigger. It's kind of nuts. And it's not just speed, it's also bandwidth. Cat8 operates at frequencies up to 2,000 megahertz. Think of it like this: speed is the speed limit on the highway, but bandwidth is how many lanes the highway has. This is a superhighway for your data. More lanes mean more data can travel at the same time without causing a traffic jam, which is perfect for really demanding stuff. So, what's the ultimate payoff for all that speed and all that bandwidth? Well, for anyone who games online or deals with real-time applications, it's this: virtually zero latency. That dreaded lag? The argument is that with this kind of data pipeline, the delay between what you do and what happens on screen becomes almost instantaneous. So let's just pull all these pieces together. You've got 3 layers of performance here. First, those pure silver conductors for a clean signal. Second, the Cat8 standard for just absurd speed and bandwidth. And third, something we haven't mentioned yet but is absolutely critical: advanced shielding. This means each little pair of wires inside is shielded, and then the whole bundle is shielded again. It's like wrapping your data in armor to protect it from all the electrical noise from other devices that could mess it up. Okay, enough with the specs and the numbers. What does all of this feel like? What does it actually mean for you when you're just trying to watch a movie or play a game? Because at the end of the day, that's all that really matters. So here's the promise, the end goal. It's your 4K movie streaming without a single hiccup, even in the craziest action scenes. It's gaining that competitive edge in gaming because your connection is just rock solid. It's hearing every tiny detail in your high-res music. It's not just about being faster. It's about having a network that is completely stable and reliable. So really, the argument is that you need to stop thinking about this as just another cable and start seeing it as an investment. It's a necessary piece of the puzzle to unlock the full performance of all the other expensive high-end gear you've already bought. Without it, you might be leaving a whole lot of that performance on the table.
And we'll end on this final thought, which really wraps up the whole idea perfectly. Rediscover what a truly uncompromised network feels like. It's an aspirational idea for sure, suggesting that there's a whole other level of performance out there, one that you can only get by upgrading that final link in the chain. It's definitely a provocative idea to think about.